Hello guys, welcome back to 1870 Blues. There's been announced today from a statement from the club that Bill Kenwright is staying as vice chairman for the time being. News that will upset us fans a lot. It certainly has upset me as well. I think it's another stab in the back for Machiri that he really isn't gaining the trust and a connection with the fans um, since he first joined. I haven't felt it at all. He's made some daft decisions. Not he hasn't he hasn't read the manual on how to run a football club, and I think he still is clueless because he's keeping someone who has got a bit of knowledge about football, which is obviously Bill Kenwright, a supporter of Everton for his whole life. Um, to me, has ran the club down in the past. In 19 years he's been here. Slowly but surely has done it. To the point where it is now, it's an absolute shadow of its former self. This football club has won one trophy in since the 80s, which the late 80s. So it's ridiculous. Ken Wright's been here when Moyes was doing was the best job out of any manager, I could say, in terms of stability at the club. Um, we wasn't making daft decisions with finances. We was progressively going up, but uh, was and probably was always going to be a struggle to break into that top four consistently and compete at the top levels of English football and cup competitions because of our finances. Um, and yeah, they took a risk of, as other clubs have done, brought money, new owners to the clubs, new investments, and um, it hasn't paid off for us. And I think, especially that season when we bought three number 10s, and there was different departments, which I've heard offhand just sounds on the talk sport, different departments wanting this type of number 10, this number 10, this number 10, and they've gone and got them all. Um, as a businessman, Mashiri, you'd think the money he's made, he would make smart decisions because, well, I know football's different. I know it's something he's not has 100% knowledge in, and how to be successful in. But I'm sure in terms of investments and money, and he did have football people around him. I don't know how it's gone also wrong, and Bill Kenwright's to blame for that. He should not be at this club. He has failed what he's wanted to do with this club. We've only gone down since, like I said, Machiri's come in, and I'm assuming Bill Kenwright hasn't guarded him properly. He should be a second hand man. He should be helping him to make this club better. And we are used to having this club making shrewd business decisions, and we haven't, and it's been a fucking disaster, to be honest. And to me, I don't know if he has the responsibility of, basically making it very tough for them three directors who have left the club recently, to make their jobs near enough impossible, always fighting against a battle with the likes of Bill to make important decisions because it always lies with them, and Macheri. Sorry, it always lies with Bill and Macheri, and yeah, I don't understand. I really don't understand. After some positive, if you could say, some news recently as well, Tom Davis has announced that he's leaving the club. Like I said, we got rid of 3 directors now. Further down the line, we all could say this, and that, but further down the line, you're going to see who's the real fault of everything. And I believe Bill Kenwright is the main man you can look at. And like I said, he's kind of might have made it an impossible job for them, for other directors, to work how they want to work. Um, all I've seemed to hear since she left the club was Denise was doing a great job. She was, striving to do great things at Everton, and yeah, and yeah, the other 2 directors, it's just it's a combination of just too many people at the club trying to be, I don't know, egotistical, trying to claim the number one spot, basically trying to. I think there's just too many people having an opinion at the club without someone who could stand up and make that decision count, and I don't know. It's a fucking mess. Like I said, positive things have happened. We just, it's been announced today that we have an investment from, I think, MSP, from like £163 million into the club, 165 maybe, which will go towards a stadium and other various parts of the club, departments of the club. It's just put a real sour taste on things before, pre-season starts, and I don't really know where we go from here, to be honest, because to me, you can go through all the managers we've gone through, managers top of their game, to other managers and young ambitious managers, and where does the line cross? Like, who's at fault for everything? A mix of everything and anything which has failed at the club. To me, Bill Kenwright. Macheri has not made wise business decisions. I think he could have been a lot more patient. He's not like he's not splashed the cash. He has invested in the club heavily, but he's just done it the complete wrong way, and uh, he's made a few calls which I feel, has broken the connection between us and the fans. And even though he might not want to, he's looking at himself that I'm the businessman, I'm the owner, I'm the one making the call and the tough decisions, not the fans. If they make all the decisions, then what's the point of me being here? Apart from making an investment and a profit on myself. But the guidance and all that, and letting the club rot the way it has, is all down to Bill Kenwright, not Ingles, not Sharp, not Baxendale. They might have some blame in some parts, especially Sharpie. I don't exactly know what he was doing at the club, to be honest. I don't know how he got in that position to get a position like he did at the club. It's all a big fucking mess, and yeah, I don't know. I really don't know where we're gonna go from here. We know the club right now is a lot more organised in terms of on the pitch with the likes of Sean Dyche. I'm hoping, and even though this last season was fucking horrendous, we made smart decisions, and but players like Onana, which you're going to potentially make a profit on, which is good for business. Um, and could help the team temporarily, um, which I don't think particularly Onana's done. Um, and then you get the likes of the experience in the leaders, the captains, uh, and now I'm hoping this summer, even though I don't, it's hard to even be ambitious now of what we're gonna do. But in terms of on the pitch, I just hope we buy more players, cover more positions, have a bulkier squad. You know, we need to replace the likes of Mina. To me, I don't think we are strong enough central defence now. Without Mina, even though we didn't barely play that many games, I couldn't trust Michael Keane for another season, or Ben Godfrey or Holgate at the back, partnering with the likes, with someone who is deserving of being in the start 11, James Tarkowski. You cover for the wing backs. Potentially Pickford could be going, which then sends alarm bells off. We 100% need a goalkeeper after Begovic left the club. You're getting rumours of Dele Alli coming back, which will cost 10 million, and then I think obviously it's still going to amount to the deal if he plays a number of games to 40 million, which is fucking crazy for a player who his looks lost. He can dye his hair all he wants to blue and look fresh as fuck, but if you're not doing it on the pitch, we're wasting our money and potentially could be, making a lot more use of that money on other areas of the pitch, and at the club. Um, it's been a mix of positives and a few negatives, and the negatives have been really shit. Um, I was really, we thought we were gonna find out in 14 hours, and it ends up being over a week that we hear any news about Bill Kenwright. Um, I would love to know what they said in the meetings, because it's been over, that period of time which he said he was going to announce something, so they've had further discussions. I'm hoping that's a positive for us in the future in terms of, um, sorting the mess out and not actually just having one or two quick meetings, but actually, taking the time with it. Um, but to me, as Bill Kenwright still in charge in a sense, or has at least some sort of authority at this club and role at this club, I don't feel very positive. Um, but we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. Um, yeah, it's to be honest, it's concerning not seeing any signings as well. And obviously, we know the state of the financial situation at the club. Hopefully, this investment may change some things. I don't know if it does. Um, but I'm just kind of going with the flow of things, and I'm seeing these transfers happen for other clubs, and um, yeah, it's it's a tough one to watch. But like I said, I'm just going with the flow with it. I'm not gonna stress myself out over a period of pre-season and business going on elsewhere. I just wanna see, if we can make small changes which will slowly repair this club. I don't think this season's going to be easy at all. I think this season's going to be another up and down season. I hope it's not as stressful as last season. I hope we do okay, nothing special. One of them seasons you kind of forget about, but anything's going to be a positive than the past two seasons if we do, fairly well or improve. It's unfortunately for this big club, it's going to be baby steps to get where we want to be. Um, But a decision like today, just makes me think that's a lot further away than what we all hoped for. So yeah, we're gonna have to see further down the line the next week or two any more announcements. So we hired, I think, a chief financial officer, uh, Colin Chong, I think his name was. I forgot the other guy's name. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I think they're coming as an interim basis, so I don't know if that's temporarily. Um, yeah, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know what they're planning and what they're thinking. I don't know if he's basically saying Michelle that he wants to keep Bill Kenwright to fix the mess, basically, of what's going on, and repair the club. But to me, he's not the man to do it. Um, yeah, I don't really know where we go from here, to be honest. But yeah, just before I finish this, I've not been a big fan of Tom Davis for years, but it's sad, nevertheless, to see a blue um, leave the club, not be another one, not be successful at the club again. Um, a player who doesn't stay at the club as an Evertonian because they deserve to play for the club, and also they want to stay at the club. It's sad. It's another departure. Um, I wish him the best of luck. It's made me change the way I feel about him. I've looked at him as someone who is just comfortable, doesn't care. He's just gonna be in the squad every season because we're going nowhere. He's a squad player, barely starts many games in a season, and he's getting paid well, and he's playing for the club he loves, and he could have easily did that for the rest of his career. The way this club's going, and he's made the bold move to not extend his contract and leave the club and try and find more first team football, which I got to credit him for. Maybe he's just one of them. He let it hang in for a bit and just hoping that with all this investment and whatnot that things going to change at Everton. But he's never really, if we want to be where we want to be, Everton, he's not that type of player who's gonna help you progress. You know what I mean? He's to me a bang average player. Nothing special about what he does, but best of luck of him. And if he thrives somewhere else and becomes a player that we could have produced, then again it's something we've done wrong, and yeah, we're just gonna have to live with, because yeah. But for me, he's been here that long. I can't imagine he'd be spectacular anywhere else. But we'll have to see. Football's football. Football's weird. Um, but yeah, best of luck to him. Best of luck to him anyway. I said credit that he wants to go and actually play football somewhere else, first team, and get more minutes and prove himself. So yeah, that's how I'm going to end the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all soon for who knows what, another news update on anything else going on at the club. Yeah, I'll see you later.